Well, CNN is battling a $275 million lawsuit over its coverage of the Covington High School incident. The lawsuit was filed a week ago, but for some reason, CNN hasn't said much about it. They finally commented on the suit a few hours ago, but we're still not exactly sure what's in the suit and whether it could succeed. So Trace Gallagher's looked into that for us tonight, and he joins us now. Trace, good to see you.
And Tucker, there's no rational way to argue that CNN and other media outlets didn't vilify Covington Catholic High School student Nick Sandmann during the early reporting of this story. The lawsuit itself focuses on journalistic standards and ethics, saying in part, quote, contrary to its facts-first public relations ploy, CNN ignored the facts and put its anti-Trump agenda first in waging a 7-day media campaign of false, vicious attacks against Nicholas. Remember, when cell phone video was posted on social media showing Nick Sandmann staring down Native American Nathan Phillips, the narrative was that Sandmann and the MAGA hat-wearing Covington kids were wrong. But the entire 2 hours of video dramatically changed the context and perspective and showed the altercation began with the students being verbally attacked. Even an independent investigation showed the students were not the instigators. CNN has now responded in part, quoting, CNN reported on a newsworthy event and public discussion about it, taking care to report on additional facts as they developed and to share the perspectives of eyewitnesses and other participants and stakeholders as they came forward. Legal experts say Nick Sandmann's burden of proof is certainly high, but Harvard Law professor emeritus Alan Dershowitz believes he does have a reasonable case. Tucker.
Seems that way. Trace Gallagher, thanks a lot for that. Dan Bongino is a former Secret Service agent, and he joins us tonight. Dan, I'm a little bit confused. CNN calls itself a news network. They have their own media reporter, that squeaky kid who speaks for Jeff Zucker. They have said virtually nothing about this on the air. Why aren't they covering this, I wonder?
Yeah, incredible, right, Tucker, how the intensity of the coverage seems to have lapsed dramatically. I was reading a piece earlier today that in the first day of this, or 2 days of this, to be precise, there were 43 minutes of coverage on the Sandmann case, using chyrons, that lower third of the screen we all see in industry lingo, things like bigotry and harassment on behalf of these kids and taunting on behalf of these kids. I thought this was the network. Remember their things, Tucker? They had that little viral ad. This is an apple. You can call it a banana, but this is an apple. Well, apparently it's not an apple when CNN becomes a focus of their own terrible coverage.
Is it ethical to not report on your own role in a major news story? It's a major news story, this lawsuit.
Well, no, of course not. I mean, listen, on the opinion side, and do whatever you want. Those are opinion shows, and they're based on people's opinion. But if you're claiming to be a news network, and that's why I brought up CNN's ad that this is an apple, it's not a banana. In other words, we're a journalism network. We get the facts right. Like in journalism, I can't say this enough. Ed Henry always gets a kick out of this. You have one job in journalism. One job, to put out the facts. It's the public's job to then form an opinion based on an accurate statement of facts. CNN is proclaiming on their news side, on their news hits, that they had the facts in this case, Tucker, when they didn't. They had matter of fact, they had the entire story backwards. Completely backwards. So no, it is not ethical. They should do the right thing and give the same intensity of coverage to their screw up as they did initially to the story about Sandmann, which was inaccurate.
Right. I mean, they're dishonest, so I guess we shouldn't be surprised. But wouldn't it have been
we're not
wiser from a legal perspective? They slandered the guy, obviously. All of these kids, they called them racist. They mischaracterized the Native American activist as a tribal elder in a Vietnam veteran. I mean, they lied about a lot of different things. Why didn't they just apologize for it?
I don't know if it's some kind. Well, I'm kind of laughing here because your opening segment today, by the way, was awesome about Russian collusion. This is the same network who, when I work out in the gym, it's the only TV in the whole gym. This one guy puts CNN on, Tucker. It's the only TV in the whole gym. It's the only time I see CNN. It's an all-day hyperbolic fest about a fictitious hoax called collusion. If they're not going to apologize for that, why would they bother apologizing for this? I mean, it's like I told you, there's more evidence for Sasquatch than there is for half the stuff CNN puts on the air.
No,
it's
that's
ridiculous.
Exactly right. I'd be willing to believe in Sasquatch. Channel. I wouldn't believe a word they say because it's not true. Dan, great to see you.
It's the Sci-Fi Channel, buddy. Yeah, see you later, man.